Hello, I'm John Parnell, and this is everything you need to know about Tony Abbott, Australia's Prime Minister, and his anti-environment campaign. Now, it's little wonder Abbott is so staunchly anti-green. His rise to eminence came about, it could be argued, through his opposition in 2009 to his own party leader's support of then Prime Minister Kevin Rudd's emission trading scheme. Once he became leader of the misnomered Liberal Party, Abbott announced that he accepted climate change consensus that humans are causing global warming, but also that the methods used to allay it would not work. In an astounding turnaround, Abbott later told ABC he found the tenets of climate change science highly contentious. Reportedly, he told a group in Beaufort in 2009, "The argument is absolute crap. However, the politics of this are tough for us. 80% of people believe climate change is a real and present danger." A quote he later denounced as a bit of hyperbole. Skipping ahead to 2013, the year in which he became Prime Minister, one of his first acts in office was to abolish not only key ministerial climate change and science positions, but then Australia's whole Climate Commission. He then shut down the Major Cities Unit, a key advisory board, and reduced compensation to victims of bushfires, denying any link between climate change and the increasing severity of these fires. Next to go were two separate animal welfare organisations and 600 jobs at the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation. Bear in mind that so far, we've only covered the first 3 months of his tenure as PM. In December last year, he downgraded national environment laws, giving approval powers to state premiers, relinquishing responsibility and increasing budgetary pressure on the provinces to stop climate change countermeasures. His 5-part Christmas present to the Australian people was to approve both the world's largest coal port, to be built slap bang in the middle of the Great Barrier Reef World Heritage Site, and a mega coal mine to be built in the Galilee Basin, also part of the Great Barrier Reef, while simultaneously scrapping both the COAG Standing Council on Environment and Water and the Home Energy Saver Scheme, and defunding the Environmental Defender's Office. Come the new year, his next step was to defund all international environmental programmes, and to exempt Australia from national environment laws to facilitate shark culling. In March 2014, Abbott pledged to open up previously protected forests for logging, saying in an important respect, we have too much locked up forest. But it was in May this year that Abbott really made his long-term plans for world destruction clear. He pledged to repeal Australia's carbon tax, appointed known climate change skeptic Dick Warburton to oversee a review of the country's green energy target, approved dredging and sediment dumping on the Great Barrier Reef, ignored the IPCC's climate report, outlined plans to shut down ARENA, the Australian Renewable Energy Agency, the Australian Climate Change Science Programme, and the Bureau of Meteorology, as well as defunding all biofuel research in the country. All of this he has done at a time when the rest of the world, even China, is upping the ante on combating climate change. I'll leave you with a quote from Paul Keating, former Australian PM, speaking before Abbott's election.
I mean, if Tony Abbott ends up the Prime Minister of Australia, I mean, you've got to say, God help us. God help us, you know. An intellectual, truly an intellectual nobody.